Giuliani blasts Mueller's latest desperate move, proving his entire investigation is falling apart, by Amy Moreno for TruthFeedNews.com. Let's face it, folks, Mueller's team has absolutely nothing. After well over a year of intense investigation, if there was a shred of proof that President Trump colluded with Russia to steal the election from crooked Hillary, we'd have all known it by now. He has nothing, and as Giuliani correctly stated, the desperation is at peak level, and now a panicked Mueller is planting fake stories in the failing New York Times. From BizPackReview.com, Rudy Giuliani, the attorney for President Trump, said special counsel Robert Mueller must be panicking based on the story his team presumably planted in the New York Times, claiming White House counsel Don McGahn is cooperating with the Mueller investigation because he's worried that he could be scapegoated. Giuliani was responding to a question by Fox News host Judge Jeanine Pirro, who asked, who would plant a story or create an effort to legitimize a claim that McGahn is trying to take the fall? Does it tell you that the New York Times is making stuff up and is fake news? Does it tell you that Mueller is starting to panic? Giuliani responded by saying the apparently planted story is a signal that Robert Mueller, who has produced no evidence of collusion after a fruitless year-long investigation, is in panic mode. The best analysis would be that the Mueller team is panicking, Giuliani said. They know they don't have a case. There was no collusion. There was no obstruction. Giuliani, a former federal prosecutor with an impressive winning record, said McGahn's unfettered cooperation with the Mueller investigation spotlights that President Trump has a clear conscience with respect to the unsubstantiated collusion hoax. The president encouraged all the people who testified to tell the truth, Giuliani said. We have no reason to believe Don McGahn didn't do that. McGahn gave testimony that the president didn't have anything to do anything wrong, which he didn't. Giuliani said it's possible that Mueller's team planted the New York Times story to pressure President Trump to testify. They can't prove their case, and they are trying to get the president to testify, Giuliani said. And they're hoping that if they put out a story like this in which they suggest that McGahn is cooperating against him, that he'll want to come in and explain himself. Giuliani said the president wants to testify, but as his attorney, he will not allow Trump to walk into a perjury trap set by Mueller. The president wants to testify. The president wants to be open and transparent. Otherwise, he wouldn't have encouraged 30 witnesses, including McGahn, to testify. He wouldn't have turned over 1.4 million documents. He wouldn't have not exerted executive privilege if he didn't believe that he didn't do anything wrong. President Trump confirmed that he exerted no executive privilege over White House counsel Don McGahn's testimony, even though he has a right to, and encouraged him to cooperate fully with Mueller. The failing New York Times wrote a fake piece today implying that because White House counsel Don McGahn was giving hours of testimony to the special counsel, he must be a John Dean type rat. But I allowed him and all others to testify. I didn't have to. I have nothing to hide. The failing New York Times wrote a story that made it seem like the White House counsel had turned on the president, when in fact it is just the opposite. And the two fake reporters knew this. This is why the fake news media has become the enemy of the people and so bad for America. Yeah, very well said. Very well said. You see, they're grasping at straws. They're running with these fake stories that one of Trump's attorneys are going to rat out on the president. And, had it been Obama, you think he wouldn't exert his executive order? Obama was always writing an executive order for everything. You think Obama would have been forthcoming with documentations of any kind? No. And yet nobody spoke about Obama not being transparent No, they praised him because he was working alongside the swamp rats. That's why. You see? That's basically it. And no attorney in his right mind would allow his client to walk into a perjury trap. Because if Comey said Trump did this and Trump says, no, I didn't do that, Mueller has the authority to go with whomever he wants to believe. So he'll, of course, he's going to turn around and believe Comey. So right then and there, he sets Trump up for a perjury trap. I mean, how obvious. You have to be like 2 years old and you would still know that. That you shouldn't walk into a perjury trap. You know, it's grade school information for attorneys. Come on, Mueller. You think you're smart, but you're not. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.